Hey, what's going on everybody, Art here, and what I have for you today is going to be some more Black Ops 2 information and maybe a little something at the end as well. So first off, what I'd like to talk about is the weapon recoil in Black Ops 2. So for the past 2 days, maybe 3 days already, we've got to see a lot of gameplays from Black Ops 2. People have been getting the game early. I for some reason can't get the game early. I actually called my local game store and they only get them on Monday, so they get the Black Ops 2 copies on Monday. And Monday night I'm going to the midnight release anyway, so I won't have anything up as early as possible. I'll just try and get things up as soon as possible, give you guys a few good tips and tricks, because that is what I'll be bringing to the table as soon as Black Ops 2 comes out. Just hopefully a bunch of tips and tricks. For those of you wondering, my only personal goal so far is to help a handful of people reach a 2.0 or a 3.0 kill death ratio, just around the kill death ratio that I personally have, just in the hope that those people are willing to play with me and actually help me get my better scores and I help you get your better scores, just stuff like that. So basically, help me help you. Let's just not talk about this because I'm kind of failing the commentary. Another thing I really wanted to catch on is that I really suck at commentating. I've been watching some of my previous videos and I breathe very loudly. I don't really mind that. I mean, I have to breathe very loudly. I just talk very fast. That's another thing that I've noticed. And overall, I just don't think my commentaries are as good as they should be. So over the course of Black Ops 2, I'll be taking a look at my commentaries myself. I will have these little progression kind of commentaries up every single month or so to see if my commentaries actually progress during those months, because I really want to make my commentaries better. I want to make my videos better, just an overall clearer voice and a more enjoyable experience for you guys. So the reason why I actually wanted to talk about weapon recoil is, like I said, over the past few days we've gotten to take a look at a lot of gameplays, a lot of live streams, and we've got to take a look at most of the guns and most of the maps. Now personally, I haven't seen Prominent yet and I haven't seen Drone yet, and those two maps are probably the ones that I'm looking forward to the most. But talking a little bit about the assault rifles in this year's game, so what I wanted to say about that is, apart from the Scar H and the AN-94, most of the assault rifles work exactly the same as the ACR did in Modern Warfare 3. Now what I mean by that, for those of you that haven't used the gun yet, which I hardly doubt, is that the recoil is very low and the damage is okay, about a 3 to 5 bullet kill from every distance, short to long range. So that's a really good thing you should take care of. So at first I wouldn't recommend the AN-94 or the Scar H. You might want to try the AN-94 out though if you have an eye accuracy, because for those of you that don't know, the AN-94 is very similar to the AK-47 from Modern Warfare 3, so it has quite a lot of recoil, but it also has more damage that the other assault rifles do. Plus they added a little something to it, that it shoots the first 2 bullets faster than shoots the rest of the clips. So for people with a high accuracy, please be sure to try out that gun, because it's probably going to get you a lot of fast quick kills if you actually do get those first 2 bullets on target as well. Now taking a look at the SMGs, in this year's game you only have a few SMGs, I think you have 6, but from the gameplays that I've seen so far, most of these SMGs work exactly the same. So what I mean by that is they have a low recoil like the MP7 from MW3, and they have a high fire rate, an extremely high fire rate. And because in this year's game the maps are so small, so most of these maps, for those of you that don't know, I'm sorry I say for those of you that don't know, because there's really a lot of information already out there, but in this year's game the maps are going to be really small. Not like small like Nuke Time kind of small, but more like small the medium maps, and you don't really have big maps like Baccarat, but other than that the maps are pretty small, so the SMGs are going to be playing a big role, especially if you use the laser sight on it. So that's a little thing that I also wanted to say. If you use an SMG in this year's game, then be sure to use a laser sight on it. The laser sight is like steady aim from the previous Call of Duties, so it's probably going to help you out in those close quarter situations when there's not really any time to zoom in. Me personally, I'm probably still going to go for the assault rifles, because I just like the assault rifles. I've used assault rifles mainly in every single Call of Duty, apart from MW2 of course, where I use the sniper rifles. But hopefully this video helped you out a little bit. I'm sorry I'm not really talking much about the LMGs, the shotguns and the snipers, but there's really not too much information about those guns because nobody really uses those things. Of course the snipers in this year's game, if you use a ballistic CPU, most of them work exactly the same as it did in Modern Warfare 3 and Modern Warfare 2, a bit slower to zoom in, but other than that pretty good to use. So hopefully you've enjoyed the video. If you did, don't forget to hit that like button, as it really helps me out a lot, and then I will hopefully check some of you next time. Take it easy.